All right, we're back now.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Yeah.
bro.
Boom, boom, boom. Crazy reverberation effect.
Yeah, so we're going to get Jaclyn back on here, and then...
We're going to get the Jackie back once again.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Jaclyn's back. Tell a friend.
What's up?
What's up, player?
What's up, Negro?
How you doing, Jaclyn?
I'm
How
good.
you doing?
How are you?
Have any devastating events rocked your life in the brief time that we've been gone?
Well, I finished my tea, so that sucks.
You finished your tea.
Yeah.
What kind of tea was it?
Chai?
Chai tea.
Do you put
Yeah.
milk in
The
it?
famous Jaclyn Glenn, who once interviewed Richard Dawkins, drinks chai tea.
Dun, dun, dun.
You can only learn those facts here on The Drunken Peasants, the greatest
that's
podcast
smart.
in all of existence.
It's more breaking news than Justin Bieber shit, so hell yeah.
Yeah. Justin Bieber
That is
took a
true.
shit and Jaclyn's out of tea.
TJ, I think we can both agree chai tea sucks, though.
Chai tea. Our mom likes that, Jaclyn.
Yeah.
Are you our mom?
I like chai tea. I like
Yeah,
to
I've
put
been meaning
milk,
to tell you, I am your mother.
milk and cinnamon.
You're my
I like
English
to put that
mother,
in chai
too.
tea.
Hey, what were we doing again? We're calling people.
Yeah.
So, let's see let's see if that's a disaster or whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. Here we go.
Or
Here's-
whatever.
Optimism, TJ.
This is someone who asked a question that TJ liked. And feel free.
Or at least didn't hate.
Yeah.
Pan.
Smoke pan every day.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
Hey.
alright.
All right. Yeah, ask your question.
Da-da-da-da.
What's your favorite musical score from a movie, like a soundtrack?
A movie soundtrack score.
Yeah, or video game.
You know, I feel. Can we do like a musical?
Yeah, whatever, as long as it's not Titanic.
Damn it! Titanic isn't a musical.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
No, I'm just saying, just don't choose Titanic because that would.
Well,
be
if it's a
shit.
musical, I have to go with Rocky Horror Picture
I think we
Show.
all have to choose Titanic now.
Everyone, we all have a pretty much 100% consensus about Titanic. I would say probably. Oh man, that's tough.
I think the best one in recent times was Inception. I'm gonna go with that.
You know, I kind of have a fondness for I mean, I hate the Tim Burton Batman movies at this point, but I really like the music from them.
Danny Elfman.
Yeah, the Danny Elfman. I also like A Nightmare Before Christmas, which I think is also Danny Elfman.
Yes, it is. Oingo Boingo.
Yeah, so I guess I like Danny Elfman.
Why don't you go suck his dick, TJ?
How do you know I haven't just got back from doing that?
I'm going to say something different. I'm going to say Iron Man and Thor because I know the guy who scored them, so I have to say that as a friend.
Okay, but
You know everyone.
aside from your friend's amazing scoring skills, what would you pick as your
I have no
second
idea.
place?
I really don't give a shit outside of that.
You don't give a shit about music, Jaclyn?
And if anyone here is
I just, my black atheist
And
heart
also-
doesn't care about these things.
And also, you don't give a fuck about what your friend does for a living? Wow, that's
Wow.
callous. That's cold.
And
Yeah,
also,
I'm that kind of
if you're
bitch,
not
yeah.
from Los Angeles, then you don't know that everyone thinks everyone else's shit is amazing. And you have to say it like that. They're amazingly talented.
Oh, I have this amazing friend. She is amazing. She makes these little fucking clay pigeons.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my god.
Anybody who uses the word amazing is a total idiot. I mean, what?
Hey, I'm the amazing atheist.
Wow.
But then again, it is ironic.
All right, so thanks for the call. We're going to go on to the
You,
next
you
one.
are a
here.
bitch, Jaclyn. Wow.
Love you too.
You
Yeah.
got served.
You got served now.
Yeah, so
We're on to the next caller.
Moving on.
The caller that is next.
yep.
Any minute now.
Any day now.
Why is Skype so shittily designed?
I don't know.
It was built,
Skype is a piece of
it
fucking
was built
shit.
by Indians.
Skype, you're dropping the ball.
Yeah. All right.
Obama's fault.
Obama sucks.
Fuck you,
By them.
Obama.
What?
Hello, guys.
Hello,
Hello.
Greetings.
Christopher. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for calling me.
You're
Really
welcome for
appreciate
Welcome,
calling
Christopher.
you. We like you, Christopher.
I noticed on your channel that you were liking these, so I decided to check them out, and I really enjoyed them. I was watching them on the weekends after you guys produced them, and I figure, you know, I ought to spend the time all the callers you've been pretty shit, so I'll spend the time make up the best question I can.
Okay, Christopher, you're officially my favorite caller ever.
You
so
insulted
far.
the other callers too.
You insulted the other callers and showed extreme intellectual elitism, and I like that.
Sweet.
All right, so what's your question, buddy?
Well, basically, I was thinking about this theory that was presented that maybe religion is actually healthy to raise a child on, because it will either teach them, either they'll figure out at some point in their life that it's all bullshit, or they'll be stuck, like, religious for the rest of their life. And what that's going to do is it's going to develop a lot of critical thinking skills. It's like being religious really does, for intelligent people, make them ask a lot of questions. I was raised very religious myself, and it was many, many years before I personally became an atheist, and it took a long time for me to finally accept that, well, what I had been raised on was bullshit.
I think it depends on the religion too.
That's a really good question. I actually just had this conversation with somebody, so yeah, I'm interested to hear what everybody else thinks, but I still think it's bad.
Jaclyn, tell us why you still think it's bad, Jaclyn, because I agree with you, but I don't know if the reason is the same.
Because I think it's horrible to scare a child with eternal hellfire. And also, I think that you should raise them with morals, because doing the right thing is the right thing to do, instead of if you do this, if you do the bad things, you're going to be punished in this terrible way. Like, I see it kind of equivalent to, like, Santa Claus. Like, if you're not good, you're not going to get presents.
Well,
that's fine, because eventually the kid grows up. But,
let me just play devil's advocate for a second here, Jaclyn.
Go for it.
You say, well, you can't scare a child with the evils of hell, but what would you say to someone who would say, well, the world is scary anyway? Maybe that's a good thing to teach them, to learn how to cope with fucking fear, which is something they will encounter in their lives.
Well, then why not tell them the scary things about the world instead of making up a bunch of shit that's not real? You know what I mean?
There you go, Jaclyn. You passed the test. All right.
Okay.
I want to say something though. Like, if you raise someone an ideology, and it's like, okay, yeah, they believe the ideology, and now it's stuck for life. So I mean, you're just gonna have another generation of people, perpetuating the same bad idea that's like, okay, this book that was written 2,000 years ago is totally good to go.
My problem with it is,
or Islam or whatever.
Even if the hypothesis is correct, it still doesn't mitigate the profound negative social impact religion has. Even if individual people might be healthy and it might provoke a lot of interesting questions, I still think that it's not worth it for what it does to our society as a whole. And I think that there's much more interesting questions for young children to ask than, is everything my parents are teaching me bullshit? Maybe they should be wondering about what else is out there in this vast cosmos that we all live in.
Yeah, see, I was raised by parents who were cafeteria Catholics, very liberal Catholics who didn't agree with a lot of the things that the Catholic Church taught. But I still went to Catholic schools from kindergarten through 12th grade, so I was more indoctrinated in school. But then I'd go home with these ideas that I was taught in school, and my parents would disagree with a lot of them, like birth control and abortion and things like that. So I think, in a way, having both sides of that and learning about what that religion really was, and then learning about how a lot of people choose to follow that religion according to their own terms, kind of helped me leave religion in the end.
I really am thankful for all the points that you guys brought up. And Jaclyn said a word that the theory kind of harkens back to. She said Santa Claus, and a big part of the theory came from the idea that it's pretty general. Like, I'm sure a lot of America, if not like in the 90% of America, is teaching their kids that Santa Claus is a real being.
He's white too, by the way.
Yeah, that is white.
And Megan Kelly made sure to let us know Santa Claus is white. He is no other color.
And his wife is white, and they live in the North Pole, and everything's
all the
great.
elves are white. Okay, you can have one black elf. That's it. One.
So,
and also bears in the North Pole play with Coca-Cola bottles. Of course.
Go ahead, Christopher. Sorry.
That's all right. So with the idea that, like, I personally was taught that Santa was real. I was told by my mother. I remember the exact day when I called it out in my own mind. She said, Santa is real. And I had all these conflictions in my mind. You know, I was critically thinking, like, how does one go around the world in a night?
The
you know,
problem,
all this stuff.
the real problem with it is that you may be a natural critical thinker, but not everyone is. And other people could be taught critical thinking skills. And they're not being taught critical thinking skills. Instead, their heads are being filled with nonsense. And I think that's a problem.
And there's another thing, there's another part with that too. Like with Santa Claus, first of all, no adult really believes in Santa Claus. So at some point that's phased out. It's not like that with religion. And also with Santa Claus, when you're bad, you're not getting presents. With God, if you're bad, you're being tortured for all of eternity, and anybody who's different than you is also tortured for all of eternity, and that's almost viewed as a positive thing. And with religion comes all these other biases, you know, against like women's rights, and then you've got, you know, homophobia and like, you know, all these crazy things. Like, you know, with Santa Claus, you don't have like, oh, but Santa Claus is also racist. So
that'd be pretty awesome if you want. And Santa kills like bad
Santa
children.
doesn't give any presents to the little black kids.
right.
They were busy
Like,
stealing from good white children.
Yeah, I mean, it's not inculcating them with all kinds of fucked up side beliefs, you know?
Yeah.
So thank you for your call, Christopher. I think we're going to move on to another call. We really appreciate having you on.
You know, strangely enough, I did learn not too long ago that there was actually, in hundreds of years ago in European Christmas traditions, there was a demon that would follow Santa Claus around named Krampus.
Yeah, actually, the only reason I know that is because apparently Kevin Smith is making a movie about the Krampus.
They also did it.
That's awesome.
Seth MacFarlane did it as well.
I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. They still celebrate it in some of like the Alpine regions of Europe.
So I guess there is a bit of hellfire and brimstone in the Santa Claus story after all.
Yeah, they've cleaned it up.
They've sanitized it a bit for American
It's a New Testament Santa now.
Yeah.
It's a kinder, gentler Santa.
Yeah, the old Santa's like, fuck you, bitch. You ain't good. A demon's gonna eat your little
Santa
ass.
would smite people in the Old Testament.
I guess he comes and he ties the children up and beats them with birch branches, and then
he burns them too.
So far, TJ's like, this doesn't sound too bad. All right, so now we have
TJ, you sure are wacky.
You wacky, lovable little deviant scamp.
All right, so we'll find the next person. You're right. Skype does kind of suck. We need to find it.
Yeah, look at how you have to scroll through this immense list just to get to people's names.
You can't, that search thing above isn't a search bar?
Yeah, it probably is. But it's like the setup here is so weird.
To do that, you need a keyboard and shit. Who wants to fuck around with that?
What the hell?
It's not conducive to our podcast, damn it. Skype should have designed this with our podcast in mind.
Exactly.
They're selfish.
All right, so here comes our next caller.
Here comes our next caller. Maybe.
Possibly.
If they answer.
Potentially.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
You're on, and by the way, you're a potential terrorist.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. What's your question?
Appreciate it. Well, my question is, I've never seen a video about this topic, so I was really curious to what do you think of...
Turn your computer down so that it's not echoing a little bit, please.
Yeah, sorry.
If you have to push to talk to, hold it down, too.
Are you there?
Yes, sorry. I was watching Teen Hunger Force in the background. Well, anyway, what I was asking was, what do you think about anarchism and its subsidiary ideals and beliefs and stuff like that? And also, what do you think about social libertarianism and basically the left side of the political atmosphere? Like, what do you think about it?
Like, you're talking about, like, the far left, right?
Yes.
Like, you know, like people who
like
are...
Noam Chomsky and
like
stuff like
the
that.
Noam Chomskys and, you know, Howard Zinns and stuff of the world.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, I would honestly consider myself to be more among those kinds of thinkers than I would any sort of mainstream Democrat. Not that I compare myself to them intellectually, but I mean my positions probably reflect their attitudes a lot more closely than they do anyone in mainstream politics. So that's my personal thing. It really, I kind of, you know, adopt it, I guess. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone else here, though.
Anybody?
Is Jaclyn
Anyone? Anyone?
I'm thinking about Tarantino. Yeah.
What about Tarantino?
He sued some people, but I guess to answer the question, he said anarchism. I mean, that's.
I think he means like. Well, I mean,
basically social libertarianism. It's kind of the same thing almost.
Well, as far as the social part of it, it's not that far from, any kind of liberal, way of thinking whenever it comes to social rights. I mean, they're pretty open with that kind of stuff, but they have like a really kind of weird way of thinking about economy and free markets and stuff.
To me, any philosophy that has a variation of anarchism doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because I just don't see how you can form any sort of structure and yet lack a government. I don't understand. I mean, like, if,
like at some point somebody would take over.
Like, at best, these social, like these modified anarchisms, like anarcho-capitalism or anarcho-capitalism, anarcho-libertarianism, all these ideas. I mean, basically, what they're really suggesting is that the people themselves, form the pieces of the government, which I guess is a furtherance of an American ideal to an extent. But I just don't know that that's something that would work. It just seems like a big social experiment. I don't know that's something. I mean, if something like that was going to happen, I think it would have to occur naturally due to changing factors in society. I don't think it's something that we could impose or enforce through by human design.
I think you have to have a lot of faith in people to think that something like that would work, and I just don't.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there.
It occurred once in the 1930s, and I believe in the Spanish. The Spanish actually constructed a anarchist society, but it only lasted for 6 years.
Yeah, I mean,
before communism, well, not communism, but communists like Stalin and people like that basically killed the leaders of that regime.
I think that's an interesting point. You're saying, oh, well, they were killed, but I mean, these are all just political ideas and ideologies, and one ideology killing another one is not surprising, nor is it to say, oh, well, that's wrong. I mean, or why did that happen?
Well, I think we're going to move on to another question, but thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon.
This is...
What happened? What's going on here?
Oh,
so,
nothing.
Jaclyn, why don't you share your thoughts about Quentin Tarantino with us?
Well, sorry, somebody asked me about it, so I was responding. But I don't know, like just different movies that you liked. I recently saw Django, which I thought was pretty hilarious. But my favorite one is Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I would say I'd side with you on there. I mean, I like pretty much all of Quentin Tarantino's
Did you know
movies.
he's no longer making the movie you told me about? Because,
yeah, the Crazy Eight.
Yeah, because like Walker
he's not making it
leaked
because
the script.
The script leaked.
Yeah,
that annoys me. I don't know whose side I take with that, because I mean, I can understand it sucking that your script leak, but I can't understand deciding not to do the movie on that basis.
But I mean, he was one of the few people that was like, we need to keep 35mm around. So I mean, he's kind of
eccentric.
He's almost a product of a different time now.
Now we have a special surprise for everyone. Jaclyn, you're about to meet one of TJ's biggest fans.
Oh my God! Okay. Why do you have to say it like that?
This is a guy that makes videos of TJ fucking
TJ fucks things.
Hey, TJ fucks things. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Have you and TJ Drink Soda had sex yet?
Yeah, yeah.
You did. That's fantastic.
It's amazing.
We're happy for you guys.
Now, do you have any questions for Jaclyn or I or Ben or Scotty or anyone in existence?
I did ask some questions, actually. I forget what they were. Let me just see. Oh, yeah, it was, would you identify yourself as a social anarchist, which is basically like...
That's just a retread of what we were just talking about. What else you got?
Well, actually, no. Social anarchist is it's not like physical anarchist, like a political ideology.
Uh-huh.
Basically, it's like, so say you'd be a liberal, right? Like, because you're a liberal, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool. So, basically, so you'd be a liberal, but, like, you know how, like, lots of, like, liberals or Democrats kind of worship their like whoever they are voting for, like
No.
Obama's, like
No.
you know how Democrats
Yeah.
would worship.
No, I mean,
Trump.
What is happening
No.
here?
I think
what are you saying?
I think Democrats like very begrudgingly accept Obama as like, man, I guess this is the best we can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really don't think that most people. I mean, maybe there is a very like insular base segment of the Democratic Party that's like that.
You're Canadian, right? TJ fucks
Yeah.
things. Okay.
Yeah.
You damn Canucks don't know nothing. Go back to your maple syrup.
I will.
Good.
So
But, sorry.
no, it's all right. Did you have another question or anything like that?
My other question was like, what do you think of like sort of the new internet communists, like say Jason Unruh or whatever the fuck?
I've never heard of that
We
person
have
before.
no
Neither
clue
have I.
who
No
you're
one knows
Well,
who that
actually-
is.
Jason Unruh was the guy who he's that communist guy who made a video responding to you, which you shared on your Facebook. It's the feminist thing.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So I don't think you know a lot about
Like, no.
the internet.
TJ,
communists.
explain who this guy is. Is it interesting or is it just?
No, he's
Actually,
just he's just really I made this video about how this is such a long story and it's really not. I mean, well, basically there was a feminist article online that said that all vaginal intercourse, no matter what the circumstance, is rape.
Okay.
And I basically made a TJ Does Life video mocking the blog where that argument is made. Just basically being indignant and, explaining why it just annoys me.
All
and bothers me.
gynecologists are now rapists.
And, and anyway, so this guy who is like a big internet communist puts out a video about how because I made that video, I'm insensitive and don't understand the feminist struggle, and
You're an idiot, basically.
basically he stops shy of saying that all vaginal intercourse is rape, but he basically said that it's rape under like 99% of circumstances.
Yes.
Let me just say that girls like that. Just throwing that out there.
Actually, in his defense, he said a lot of it, so I don't know if the number would be like 99.
Well,
Yeah, and
that's
in
what
his
I
defense, he's
that's what
pretty
I
stupid.
gathered based on the stuff he was saying. But
yeah.
um,
He also did a second video, but whatever.
There's a whole article up about there. I think like that maybe he took part of his video idea from, because I read a whole thing about, they call it PIV, or penis
Yeah,
and vagina, and
penis,
all
yeah.
PIV is rape, and that's like the stance that this article took. So it's like a pretty popular feminist belief that any penis and vagina is just rape, and that's it. Which I disagree. I was joking with my.
So we're basically a society of all men are rapists.
So
pretty
that
much.
just throws like even just the basic idea of procreation.
is rape. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend about it, and she's like, "Oh, I guess I must like being raped then."
Yeah, I actually saw a funny comment.
I mean, like it's kind of funny in a way, but it's also kind of disgusting to equate that with rape, because if anything, it just makes rape seem like a joke, which is something that feminists hate when you joke about rape. But I mean, if they're gonna broaden the definition to the point where it literally
Yeah.
can be joked about, then how can they
If you
possibly
breathe,
complain?
you may be
Like,
a
how
rapist.
dare you call that rape when somebody is actually forcefully raped? Whenever you're having sex and having fun, and like calling it the same thing is bullshit.
And also, I despise the misogyny of the notion that women can't decide for themselves what their vaginas should be doing at any given time.
Yeah, I like when this like communist guy pretends to be a like a feminist fucking like advocate, but really he's the fucking sexist, because he's making the argument that like women can't, like, basically like the outside source, like an outside source in the whatever the fuck the superstructure determines their choice to consent to sex. He's the real fucking sexist.
It's the typical argument of the feminists that women are stupid and are just controlled like puppets of society with no ability for
Dance,
independent
monkey,
thought.
dance.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like it's really like that's why I consider feminism to be like the most misogynistic thing around, at least most incarnations of it. The modern Tumblr variant of feminism.
Feminism doesn't even agree with the other factions of feminism, so this is so many layers to this argument.
Yeah, and there's so many different ideologies walking around calling themselves feminism that it's hard to, make any sort of criticism without it applying. Nothing's going to apply across the board. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you know that Jason Unruh guy, the feminist. He's like a Stalin worshiper, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I saw that. I saw his little Soviet flag on his channel and all that.
yeah.
Because the Soviet Union was so awesome.
It was so great, and that's why it's still around to this day.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, like
sorry.
the Soviet Union and all sex is rape, basically.
yeah. But
Soviet
like,
Union was awesome, and all vaginal sex is a form of rape.
yeah, he makes the argument that like Stalin didn't kill like 50 million people, which well, I mean, obviously he killed. I kind of agree and I kind of disagree with that notion because I think Stalin killed a lot of people, which could be in the millions, but I don't think it's a ridiculous number like 50 million. Just because I've heard different figures that don't really make sense. So.
Speaking in your capacity as a renowned historian. All right.
Yes.
You know what? But before we let him go, I do want to know: do you have any new videos coming out soon? And who will be co-starring in these videos?
Episode 7 is being worked on, but my computer is being a piece of shit, so it's going to be delayed. So
What am I fucking this time?
Kim Jong Un. So
Kim Jong Un.
That's
Okay.
pretty cool. So
Thank you.
We look forward to your next video.
Is Dennis
T-
Rodman going to be
TJ
sitting there
Fox
watching?
yeah, he will. Also, I wanted to say, Scotty, you're a fucking piece of shit. You know that?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
All right. Goodbye.
Go drink
TJ
some more
Fox
maple
fan.
syrup and poutine.
What the hell was that?
He's a troll.
Yeah.
We just let him on
I
for
fuck
fun.
with him all the time and call him a piece of shit and tell him he needs to die. So it's a fun rivalry.
Oh, okay.
We're
Yeah,
fast friends.
It's a hate love hate relationship.
Yeah, he makes videos
What, I
of.
hate-
He made a video of TJ fucking Dusty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel kind of left out.
Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Don't give him
There's
the
like
permission.
there's crazy shit on the internet about me already. It's not like
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen?
there's a Tumblr account I think called Jaclyn Glenn Should Do Porn, and it's like really 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 bad Photoshop pictures of my head on naked girls.
Oh, really? Let's
Yeah. Oh, and there's also a Instagram account called Jaclyn Glenn's Teeth, where it's just people cropping my teeth, and like that's the picture.
Wow. I thought I was the only one that had to deal with that kind of stupid shit. I'm glad that I'm not alone. What is going on with the sound? I keep hearing weird modulations. Am I the only one getting that?
Yeah, I don't hear that.
Okay, cool.
Is this the person you wanted me to call right here?
I guess.
I want to make a sock account now.
That's the person
that
from
TJ
Kuwait.
loves balloons. TJ, I'm doing
Wahad
that.
something.
We're gonna do TJ
Okay.
loves
I
balloons.
thought it would be interesting to talk to someone from Kuwait if they really are from Kuwait.
You really think they're from Kuwait though?
Probably not, but you know, if on the off chance they are.
Okay. Did they ask a question?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was, but
We'll see.
I think it was something condescending. So
Oh, awesome. Okay. Here we go.
is it Wahab?
I don't want to pretend to know.
Wahab. Come on, Wahab.
Going once.
Give him a second. Give him a second.
Joined twice.
All right, we'll count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let him go.
All right. So.
All
yeah.
right, Jaclyn.
Yes.
What you know? Is there any other sock accounts, Jaclyn, besides Jaclyn Glenn's teeth?
There's the teeth one, there's the should do porn one, and that's all I know about at the moment, but there's all kinds of crazy weird things out there.
TJ is like 20 or 30.
I'm sure that unfortunately now that you mentioned it on the show, new people will come up with new ideas.
It's all I really don't care. I don't know why people think like
Someone's
once
gonna
you're on
go-
YouTube.
Someone's gonna go do like Jaclyn Glenn eats SpaghettiOs.
Oh God, please don't.
And they're just gonna Photoshop you eating SpaghettiOs over and
That's-
over again.
Yeah, somebody, whenever I was doing a Google Hangout one time, and someone screenshot, because like some guy played some really gross clip, and there was a picture of me like making an OMG face, and they took a screenshot of my mouth open and like photoshopped all kinds of weird shit coming out of my mouth, going into my mouth. So it doesn't matter to me. Like, I mean, once you're on YouTube, you've seen it all after a while, so it's like nothing really is going to surprise me at this point. It's pretty much just entertainment.
Yeah, it just becomes old hat. Let me see. I have TJ drinks soda, TJ eats grapes, TJ fucks things.
There
Then
is
I have a bunch of accounts like the Unamazing Atheist and various shit like that.
Oh, yeah, that's always fun.
Now there's
Entertainment,
TJ.
hey.
Now there's TJ gets fucked by things, but that's your own fault that one exists.
Yeah, because Because I mentioned it in passing that it might exist, therefore someone had
I want there to be a
make it.
TJ loves balloons, and just you like hugging and kissing balloons.
That's awesome.
Yeah, all right. Someone make it. Do it. Well, we can't do one of Ben because no one even knows what he looks like.
Yeah.
Ben is a man of mischief.
Not even TJ.
People should just draw their their pictures of what they think
Yeah,
Ben looks like.
Ben actually wears a
submit
burqa in the
those.
studio. We don't know what he looks like. And,
No.
and there's like a screen dividing us all.
Whoisben.com. Put up like pictures of like the Unabomber sketch.
Actually,
Ben?
that is exactly what I look like.
Yeah,
The Unabomber.
He looks like the Unabomber.
So do you want to call one of these people randomly or something?
Let's call Jaclyn. What you decide what we do? Do we keep calling people?
Yeah, let's keep calling people.
You want to call people at random? We don't have good questions at this point. We're just gonna call random people and
Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
This will work out well.
This is gonna be good.
It has in the past.
Yeah.
I feel confident.
This always has a positive effect.
Yeah, let's see here. We will do...
Let's do something.
Cocaine.
Cocaine would be good. Cocaine.
That's like my default. Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Heroin's my drug, so. Meth.
Shit.
We doing cocaine.
I'll do both.
Let's do...
You just like equal.
I mix my meth and cocaine and heroin together.
That's awesome.
In a big pot.
Dude, the best thing I saw was the show Gangland. They had the black guys like, man, you take the weed, and then you take the crack.
Here we go. This
and
is
you get the woo.
Spaceman. Hey, Spaceman.
Hey guys, thanks for having me back
Man,
on.
are you
Hey,
high?
spaceman.
Spaceman, are you high?
You ain't from around these parts, are you, boy?
I can't say I am.
What's up,
Hey.
spaceman?
Nothing. Just want to ask some questions again.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, also, hi, Jaclyn.
Hi.
How nice of you to acknowledge, Jack.
Hi. How you doing?
Hello.
I have a friend.
No, you
Who,
don't.
like-
No, you don't. We don't
You
believe the story
fucking
already.
liar.
Okay, I have an enemy
Okay.
who hates the shit out of you, TJ.
Okay,
and
cool.
all your videos and shit.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
And I was wondering if you would like to have him on as a after you do all the news and shit,
Uh-huh.
just to, argue with you, cause
Because he hates me.
yeah.
Why
I want to
does-
see what he can bring to the table.
Does he hate me because he disagrees with me, or does he hate me just on, principle?
It's the
I just
banana.
hate that guy.
It's the banana thing. That's why I hate him.
Well, I actually use that against you. What's the banana thing?
Well, what-
That's a different
But
story.
What is the basis of his hatred, though?
It kind of reminds me of what the feminists do. All right, so he said he disliked you before, but once you released that video about high school, he said he hated you. Like after the high school video where you said high school sucks.
TJ, I
He
think
hates you
this
now.
man is sexually repressed and now wants to have sex with you to overcome his sexual
Yeah, I mean,
repression.
it sounds like your friend has a typical case of having a man crush that he can't get requited.
What was his real problem with the high school video?
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean, that seems like a video that's a strange video to push
Almost
someone over the
innocuous.
edge.
it's a
for an
pretty
amazing
passive
video.
video
Yeah.
compared to a lot of his
Yeah, I
other
mean,
ones.
it's such a dry, straightforward video with so little controversial
it's like
about
I
it.
think a bunch of us do and hate. Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know. I guess it's just because we're both high schoolers.
Uh-huh.
And when we're in high school, we had an argument about this today because we were taking a history test.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this is the kind of stuff he was talking about. It's just root memorization. There's no critical thinking involved. It's just memorize this stuff. It happened then, and that's the answers to the questions. And he's like, what's wrong with that?
Oh, okay.
I think we see his problem.
Oh, he's an idiot. All right.
You are an idiot!
I figured it out. I solved the mystery.
Oh, that makes sense.
It
now.
didn't even take me the 30 minutes that it would have
Eureka.
taken to the Scooby-Doo gang.
Jinkies.
And we weren't chased by any guys in monster costumes, so...
So I was wondering if you guys would like, in one of your future podcasts, to have him on.
Yeah,
No.
sure. Fucking let's hate him in person.
I'd like to see
That's
it.
great.
Yeah, get him on.
Let's serve him some hate and
What else you got,
discontent.
buddy? Spaceman. You got any other questions?
Spaceman!
Not related
Well,
to
this
your
one
douchebag
actually kind
friends.
of relates to space.
All right. Yeah, that sounds
TJ
fun.
and everyone, I know you kind of or not kind of I know you're very interested in the cosmos and exploring space and all that because we're putting too much into this rock that we live on here.
Yes.
So I was kind of wondering how you feel about like exploring the oceans and shit, because we haven't finished exploring the oceans, and I feel like it's a lot less important than the cosmos and the universe and stuff. But I feel like it is still important because we haven't explored it yet.
You're wrong, because the oceans are part of the cosmos, as is the entire Earth and everything else in existence. And I want us to understand everything that we possibly can. I mean, if I see any value or inherent worth in the human species, I think it's that we have the capacity to comprehend these things on a conscious level, whatever consciousness may be. You know, it's obvious that the universe by itself has no capacity for self-examination, so we are its introspection. And if we fail in that charge to learn new things, then we're just, you know, failing as a species. Oh my god, that's so fucking cute.
It's so deep.
Okay.
Ben is making his dog dance, and
She was doing the Macarena, or she was,
Yeah.
excuse me.
which is yet another new thing that I had never seen before.
Yeah. I do have a dog that is insanely cute.
Ben's dog is like, if you had the top 10 cutest dogs in the world, this dog makes them look like shit in comparison.
What type of dog is he?
Chihuahua.
Well, maybe not all Chihuahua.
And she
but
actually has a concealed carry permit, and she does carry a gun around.
Sorry to change the subject, though.
the way that
Oh, yeah.
the way her hair is just crazy. But
I think we agree with TJ.
Everyone
I mean,
agrees with me because
yeah.
I'm right. So
Well, not for that reason, but we just agree with what you said.
yeah, no, I'm right.
Yeah, whatever.
It actually wasn't the truth until I said it.
I won't agree with it just because it's you. If it was anyone else, I
became
would just
law.
Bye, spaceman.
Spaceman.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh,
Thanks for the
I thought Ben
question.
had already hung up on you, but I was actually just doing something
It's
else.
like, oh,
No,
he's still
no.
here.
I was just looking for someone else to call.
You're like, fuck spaceman, he's boring. Let's kill him.
Spaceman, why did you do this to me?
Okay.
Let's
That
kill him,
was
and then
fun.
Jaclyn will rape his corpse.
Yes, I will rape him via
That's how Jaclyn.
I will rape your cause.
Jaclyn
PIV.
Jaclyn gets her power by raping corpses. Isn't that right, Jaclyn?
Yes. But actually, since the penis is going in my vagina, I'm the one being raped.
Oh, shit.
So legally, she's
Yeah.
being raped still. Even
This
though-
corpse
Yeah,
is a
doesn't get the power.
rapist.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you rape me now.
Does that mean does the penis and vagina thing mean that every time a woman masturbates with a dildo, that is like dildo is raping her?
That's almost
The
like
dildo, yeah, the dildo's raping
It's a
her, and then a
rapist.
woman can never rape a guy because then she's still getting raped at the end of the day, you know?
Wow,
So.
it's amazing how that works. All right, we're calling another person.
yes. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Let's see. This is Nick Hartman. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to say the last name.
Yeah, yeah.
Never mind.
Asshole.
His name is Nick.
Asshole.
I meant Nick.
Asshole alert.
I meant Nick Smith.
What's going on?
Hey
Da, da,
Nick,
da, da, da.
what is going on?
What it is, G?
I don't know. It's just kind of boring around here. Thought I would see what's up.
You thought you were doing cocaine? Are you doing
Thought you'd see
cocaine?
what's up, huh?
Okay. Yeah, so do you have a question?
I guess I do, yeah.
You guess you do. Okay.
Go ahead.
Does your
Yeah.
question involve cocaine?
So, I have this weird urge for some reason to kind of be different. So I'm trying to do this essay for my language arts class about religion and how it's, basically pointless. And, obviously it's better to use logic. And I was wondering what your thoughts were on some key points I should make with that.
Wait, okay, so what class is this for again? Language arts, but like what level?
It's honors language arts 11, so I can read basically.
High school?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't piss off your teacher, they will fail you. Be very
Well,
careful.
There's actually a song.
Because this happened to be the other. Somebody sent me a long email the other day. This girl, she was writing an essay for her high school class, and she did a really great job. And it would have made for a great YouTube rant, but it was so harsh that the teacher gave her an F just because she was like, religion, which is obviously false, and then continued to make her point, and like she got a bad grade. So I don't want you to sacrifice, your grade
Yeah, for sure.
so make sure that you're delicate when you make your points.
Yeah, I mean, I can be kind of, delicate, like you said.
I think there's
I
some
mean-
great advice to be said here. And there's a song by Corporate Avengers. It's called "The Bible is Bullshit, the Quran is a Lie, the Bhagavad Gita did not fall from the sky." And you just need to go copy the lyrics to that and turn it in, and say, "This is my summation on religion." Because you are still a teenager, so you can just write off as you have mental problems if they fail you or something. Like, I was stressed, I have anxiety, I need Xanax, everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah. But I mean, it's so weird at my school because these people that I went to elementary school with, I used to be a Christian, but now I'm kind of more of an open atheist. And these guys I went to elementary school with, this guy did a PowerPoint about this religion stuff. And after he was done, I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Don't you, think at all? Seriously, think about what you're saying. And then he's like, oh, you atheist motherfucker, It's you don't, go to church. You don't even read the Bible, and you consider yourself Christian. So, look at yourself before you, call me the stupid-ass motherfucker,
Well,
Yeah.
he just sounds like an ignorant asshole. There's not much you can do about those
Yeah.
people in the world.
Well,
Yeah.
good luck with your essay, man. We all wish you the
Remember,
best.
smoke pan every
remember-
day.
If you want to get a good grade, you might want to follow Jaclyn's advice.
Yeah.
No, he needs to follow my advice. Her advice was too sensible.
Yeah, so.
Do we have anyone else?
I mean, we have tons of other people. There's let's see.
We'll call one more.
All right. Yeah. we'll
One more person.
Fuck it! We'll do it live.
do- yeah. Fuck it. There's no words there. Oh, this guy wants to talk about getting a vasectomy or something. I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna skip that one.
TJ wants a vasectomy too.
I want a vasectomy. Wait, what?
We give our pets, vasectomies pretty much. We just stop them from breeding. It's no big deal.
I have never gotten a girl pregnant, so I think I'm good to go. I don't need one.
That's good.
Yeah.
So should I just call someone that's random?
Just call a random person. If they don't
The
answer,
The
they
Wheel
don't
of Fate.
answer.
Call some random person if they
The
don't
Wheel
answer.
of Fate will decide.
Okay, this person I think has an interesting question.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's see.
Bring them on.
All right.
Bring them on. I can only do one more of those. Sorry. It's a peanut butter cookie.
It's a massive peanut butter cookie
With an Oreo inside.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my god, that sounds disgusting. Sorry.
It's not.
She was like, "No, it's not.
It's no.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about." Oh God.
All right. Here comes the next person.
I think TJ would have sex with Oreos if he could.
Hello. What's your question?
I was just wondering why the fuck America is so heartless these
Explain.
days. Well, you had this story with a kid that's facing life in prison. He's only like 11 when he did the crime. You have rampant homelessness. I work a little bit with the homeless, and I see how they're treated. They tell me how they're treated. And I just see us as increasingly heartless. What do you guys think about that?
Well, first of all, why don't you tell me a story about a homeless person has told you about their treatment, that we can kind of have an idea of where you're coming from.
Well, I took this guy I met at the university out to, I think it was Burger King. We sat down, we talked, and he told me that everyone else he had asked, either completely ignored him or, told him to fuck off or, just in general treated him like shit. And he was really grateful to me. He was surprised almost that someone helped him out. So that's a story. It's kind of short, but
I think that maybe capitalism is to blame to an extent. It's like this idea that we're all in competition to see who can accrue the most wealth and material resources, so the people who don't have that at all are just automatically looked down upon as though it must be through some defect of their character
losers
that they
of the
arrived
system.
in that position.
so basically
But I mean,
it'll never happen to me syndrome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, people live in a bubble. I mean, there's terrible things that go on all around the world, and no one cares or thinks about it. I think people just try to pretend like the bad shit doesn't exist, and that's it.
To a certain extent, the fact that we're all so interconnected now, it's like we read about tragic things happening literally every day, or hear about them happening every day. So it gets to the point where it's like, how can you even really bring yourself to continuously feel, the empathy for every single person?
Yeah, plus we have an age of distraction. It's like there's so many applications. Like, oh, let's go on the computer. Let's look at this. Let's look at that.
And then there's also the things that are actually covered on the news are, Justin Bieber was driving his Lamborghini too fast.
Yeah, I mean,
not Justin.
The problem is not, rampant, the problem is not that people are starving. The problem is not that people are not economically represented. The problem is not that, certain groups of people still don't have basic human rights. The real problem is that Justin Bieber's a little shithead.
Yeah.
That's the big issue.
I don't know. I think it's more than just living in a bubble too. Even though we don't see enough stuff on the news, like you said that most of the news is about Justin Bieber and stuff. But I mean, even if something happens right in front of somebody's face, like we were talking about before, the guy with the heart attack and no one helped him. I just think people just don't. They don't care. Or like even if they see it happening to somebody right in front of them, it's not them.
People still have to develop the same social
detach
skills.
it. It's like they're watching a movie. It's like they're not even there in real life. They're just so detached from the world.
Another thing is that in America specifically, like you can get, you see someone like dying, you give them CPR, they might sue you because they had this.
They can't. Good Samaritan. They can't sue you.
Not all states have those.
Not all states have those laws though.
No way. You can't give somebody CPR.
Not if they don't want it. If they have.
But if they're passed out,
people have. If people have a
you're in official capacity
order.
Yeah, if you're in official capacity, like you're a paramedic, you're a firefighter, then they're protected. But in some states, unless like you ask like someone or there's some sort of consent or something, sometimes you can actually be prosecuted or even sued for. Like,
I want to point out
someone.
too that there was actually, and this was a pretty big story, but I want to remind everyone that there was a few years ago in China where. Like a small child was hit by a car, or just run over by a car, and then several other people just drove right over the child.
Or filmed
and people
it.
walked by it, took pictures of it. Finally, someone helped the girl, and actually the person who helped the girl was ostracized in their community because they thought that she only helped the girl because because she wanted to seem better than everyone else around her. So actually, she was punished for being a good Samaritan and looked down upon by everyone around her.
That kind of plays into something I was about to say as well. People are seemingly actually more malicious even than just apathetic. I mean, you played the bit about the friends of the mother that was killed saying that this child, deserves to go to jail for life. And there's stories very similar to it where people and the internet's a nasty place, it's not surprising, but
I mean, it's
even on Facebook where their identities are known, they're like
the internet's
the
internet's a nasty place because people are nasty though. I mean, it's not like the internet created it.
Yeah, it's the anonymity of the internet too, being able to say things and normally say them with complete anonymity.
Yeah, you have a forum to, be like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, eat shit and die, and, there's no real consequence. You're not looking the person in the eye, you're not actually interacting with them, you're just leaving this comment and then going on with your business or your life, whatever.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to paint a full picture of why people are the way they are, but, like, we're really dealing with, some of the deepest flaws of human nature that have plagued people's thoughts for generations.
Well, and the point you made about capitalism, too, it's like in a capitalist society, it's like these people are losers, so they didn't work hard enough. They didn't go to school. They have some sort of defect, so they deserve this fate.
We need that Herman Cain clip here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's.
I don't have faith.
We have a clip that fits this perfectly for once.
Yeah.
If you don't have a job and you're not rich, blame yourself.
That's pretty disgusting, I think.
Yeah, I know. We need to.
I don't have facts to
Yeah,
back
this was
this
the
up.
same guy that was in favor of. It was the head of the National Restaurant Association. It was like, okay, minimum wage is being raised is fine, but all tipped workers can only make $2.13 an hour. So he's the same guy.
Yeah. Well,
thanks, Evil Duck, for your question and whatever the hell you're doing in the background there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh, that was an
amazing question.
He really liked our answers.
I guess so.
He was jerking
People are
off
assholes, though.
furiously. Yeah, I don't know why.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, even like, and it's almost like looked down upon, like you said, if you do care about things. I'm sure you get it all the time, TJ. Like, people are like, why do you make videos on religion? If you're an atheist, why do you care about God so much? And, like,
Yeah,
then, of course, the typical answer is like, well, because religion has all these different
I
problems.
guess it really just boils down to, like, you know how the cool kid in high school is the person who's, like, most aloof and doesn't give a shit. I guess that's just how it is throughout life. Like, oh, you care about things? What a piece of fucking garbage.
Yeah, doesn't it make you sad thinking about all the shit that goes on? Why do you talk about it all the time? Why don't you, I get this a lot, why don't you just make videos about makeup or clothes? It's like, cuz I don't give a shit, you know? I don't know.
Wow, people really say that?
Oh, yeah. Why
Just
don't you
get
do
back in the
makeup
kitchen and make a
tutorials?
sandwich. God.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, why don't you make your next video about the makeup you have on that day? It's like, great, that'll make me happy.
TJ, you should make a video about your clothes, TJ. This is a shirt I found
Live
somewhere.
this intellectually vacuous existence. That'll be good.
TJ, I want you to make that video now where you describe your morning routine and like how you get prepared for the
This
day.
guy has.
You should do a makeup video
this-
where you just stab
this is a
yourself
tour
in
of
the
my
eye
room.
with
This is
a...
what's in my purse.
You should just stab yourself in the eye with one of those mascara things and be like, this is how I get ready in the morning. Rah!
Do you want to do?
bleed everywhere?
Do you want to do one more?
Not really, but we
Okay.
can.
Well, no. If you don't want to do them, I'm fine.
I'll let Jaclyn decide. What do you want to do, Jackie?
You're putting her on the spot.
I don't care.
You have to decide. You're the decider.
You're the decider.
Damn it, I hate making decisions. Fine, let's take one more.
All right.
So I don't
All
want to
right.
be mean.
Y'all know you're not being mean at all. That's fine.
You're fucking so mean.
She was mean to us, TJ.
Let's see. If this person doesn't answer, though, this is the last attempt here. All right. Here we go. This person had a really complex question.
That's
Yes.
always good.
Sorry.
It better be complex. If he answers, which he's not. Answer!
Answer your phone, we will kill you.
Answer your fucking phone.
What's wrong with you?
Piece of fucking trash.
Get to the chopper. All right. No, he's not going to answer, so I think we're done.
We're done with the show, Jaclyn. You can leave now.
Thank you so much for being on. It was great.
Bye.
I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna unlock the restraints.
Unlock the restraint. That's kind of you, TJ.
Smoke Pan was
Oh, I
writing
had
something
fun.
a second ago.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was great to have you
Yeah,
on.
thanks for being on.
Thanks, Jaclyn.
Yeah, it was fun.
We appreciate
Hanging
it.
out. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Alrighty.
So yeah, we're about to finish up here. We do want to let everyone know that next week we're going to change our schedule a little bit.
Yes.
We're going to be on.
We're gonna be on Wednesday and Thursday.
Wednesday and Thursday, yes.
Right. And also, as some of you may know, yesterday we did a show that we went 3.5 hours, and YouTube only posted the first 57 minutes. I know it's a long shot, but if anyone out there perhaps recorded that show, we would appreciate it if you could hook us up with that. I know that's probably not going to manifest, but, you know, I'd kick myself if I didn't at least try. And yes, once again, the Drunken Peasants will be back this Wednesday and Thursday. We will not be doing our normal Thursday, Friday slot next week.
Just say now to drugs.
Just say now.
Oh, and subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed,
Yeah.
because
Be sure to subscribe to the Drunken Peasants.
then you can see more of our stupidity
have sex with the Drunken
and possibly even, hear it live.
Yep. So good night and see you guys on Wednesday.
Good night and good luck.
And Godspeed.
God bless you and God bless
Bless America!